questions?
Yes, Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I've given notice of the following private notice question addressed to the Honourable Minister of Land Transport, whether in regard to the Perle de la Savanne bus operator, he will, for the benefit of the House, obtain from the National Land Transport Authority information as to the A, causes of the accident of a bus thereof on Friday 18th July 2025 at Cascavelle, indicating if the bus has been examined and the outcome thereof. B, number of buses thereof involved in accidents on bus routes 520 and 243 since June 2014 to date. And C, number of complaints received from passengers against the bus operator since June 2014 to date, indicating the actions, if any, taken in relation thereto. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, this is the third PNQ addressed to me since I took office. Hence, explaining the importance of the land transport sector, which is responsible to commute the whole population and some 450 passengers daily by bus. Hence, the numerous initiatives which are being envisaged at the level of my ministry to enhance the level of service of buses, and which I will highlight during the course of my reply. At the very outset, I wish to draw the attention of the House and the Honourable Leader of the Opposition that the accident which occurred on 18 July 2025 around noon involves bus number 1620 March 13 of make UD trucks model SP 210 belonging to Perle Logistics Limited and not Perle de la Savanne, as mentioned by the Honourable Leader of the Opposition in his substantive question. From the registration mark, it can be inferred that the bus is just over 12 years old, which is within the operating age of public buses, namely 21 years. The Leader of the Opposition will surely recall that this age limit was increased from 20 to 21 years in 2021 when the Honourable Leader of Opposition himself was a Cabinet Minister. Madam Speaker, without any further ado, let me straight away reply to part A of the question.
Yes.
The accidented vehicle was examined at Auto-Check Vehicle Examination Station for roadworthiness on Wednesday, 16 July 2025. That is only 2 days prior to the accident, by the vehicle tester, Mr. Denou, of the station. So we cannot possibly say that we cannot possibly have a more recent fitness report than this one. 2 days. According to the report from the Center Manager of the Vehicle Examination Center, no technical defect was found during the examination of the said bus. The vehicle passed a brake roller test according to reports submitted by the Vehicle Examination Station. With the axle plate detector apparatus used for the examination of the bus suspensions, visually, no defect was found according to the Center Manager report. Visual examination was also done for the undercarriage of the vehicle, and the report does flag that some defects were observed with regard to the exterior appearance and smoke emission level, which I'm informed by the expert do not impact adversely on the roadworthiness of the vehicle. Certificate of fitness was issued on 17 July 2025, and same is valid up to 16 July 2026. The bus was authorized to run on routes 243, Catrobonne to Chamarel. The MVL is valid up to February 2026. The bus owner, like I said earlier, is Perle Logistics Limited since 25th of May 2021. According to the NLTA, Perle Logistics has a fleet of 3 buses. One bus operates along Route 5, which is Bejucap to Catrobonne. one along Route 120, which is Bejuca to Port Louis, and one along Route 243, which is Chamarel to Catrobon. As regards Perle de la Savanne, it has a fleet of 4 buses, out of which 3 buses ply along Route 5 and 1 bus operates along Route 243. It is to be highlighted that the certificate of roadworthiness was not issued on the same day of the examination as the licensee failed to produce the public service license issued by the NLTA, commonly known as the bus license, which is mandatory requirement. The bus license was produced on the following day. I'm saying this because if the reader asks for the report, he would see there's a day difference. Was officially of bonnet due form on the next day, hence explaining the effective days of the roadworthiness, which is delayed by 1 day. As regards the cause of the accident, I am informed by the police that the bus was motoring from the direction of Chamarel and proceeding toward Bambou, reaching at Clarence around 200 meters before the main entrance of Cascavelle Nature Park. Then the driver lost control of the bus, the result of which the bus knocked against a tree on the left side of the road and overturned on its near side. Alcohol test was performed on the driver by the ERS personnel and same yielded negative results. Sample of blood test was taken for analysis, and everybody knows that now it's public. 29 passengers were injured, including the driver, and quite seriously so. The said bus has been removed and is being kept at Lagolette Police Station for further investigation. Coming to part B of the question, Madam Speaker, I am informed by the police that 4 accidents occurred along bus route number 5, 120 and 243 since June 2014. Same includes 3 accidents on route 120 and 1 on route 243. Insofar as part C of the question is concerned, the NLTA informed that some complaints have been received from passengers against operation of buses along route 243, which is basically served by Perle Logistics Limited and Perle de la Savanne. Madam Speaker, since the Honourable Leader of Opposition has made mention of Perle de la Savanne, let me inform the House that buses of the said operator are currently not being operated since 14 November 2022. As these vehicles had been prohibited for failing to provide satisfactory service and comply with the conditions of the license by the operator, which is the NLTA, and that was the subject of a cabinet decision by the former government. The minister would be aware, he was in the cabinet at that time. I am informed. This was the subject of a long court case for which judgment was delivered for reinstatement of the buses. Yeah. Madam Speaker, the House and the population will recall that I have met with the captains of the bus industry and other stakeholders only 5 days ago. On last Thursday, to present the broad parameters of the bus services industry bill, which is surely expected to revamp public land transport landscape for the benefit of the traveling public and in the quest for the modernization of the bus transport system. A lot of emphasis will be placed on technology, which will at long last eliminate subjectiveness in control and monitoring by the regulator. For the first time ever in this budget exercise, a financial provision, and quite a hefty one, I must say, 78 million rupees have been earmarked for implementation of the fleet management system, which through GPSs, Global Positioning System, I've explained many times in Parliament, and a centralized controller system based on the NLTA will allow the real-time monitoring for all 2,000 buses plying on our roads daily. The legislation will empower us to also install cameras in the buses. We are also envisaging, Madam Speaker, to fit each and every bus, if we have the funds, of course, with a dash cam, which will provide invaluable information on driver behavior and circumstances of accident. That is normally placed on where the driver sits, on the dashboard. On a related note, we are also contemplating the implementation of the passenger information network that seeks to give the traveling public real-time information on the movement of buses, including expected time of arrival. This will significantly improve commuters' traveling experience and reduce considerably stress related to bus journeys. The Bus Services Bill will bring in its margin a code of conduct for bus drivers, conductors, stand regulators, as well as passengers, and also the owners. The House and the population will also recall that only 4 days ago, the Cabinet of Ministers has given to my ministry the green light to give drafting instructions to the Attorney General's office for the preparation of an improved version of the penalty point system, which this time around will be more stringent as it contains more than 30 offences as compared to 21 previously, because over the last 10 years, the number of accidents have increased significantly. We are currently waiting for the final report for the police as to the real cause of the accident, which is a subject of the question. But, Madam Speaker, as a concluding note, I wish to give the assurance to the House and the population that the safety and security of passengers and road users are utmost important for this government, and in particular to the Prime Minister, because many a time he talks about road safety to me. There will be no cover-up in this particular accident or any other accident for that matter. Whomsoever is responsible for any accident will have to bear the consequences of his action as per the law. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Yes, your first supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I myself has complained against buses operating on those routes as far back as 2018, when I was in many of that constituency, that is constituency number 14.
Come with
Will
your
the
question.
Honourable
Yes.
Minister inform the House, even though he has said that a test certificate was delivered for that bus, will he inform the House whether he is aware that the mechanic who examined the bus had informed the owner of the existence of several failures on that bus which had to be corrected? If he is aware, will he therefore at least meet that person to listen to his version?
1 minute. You mean before he went for the test?
Yes.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, this confirms what the Honourable Leader of the Opposition is saying. Before the test and in between the test, the company must have surely resolved the problem, because I have a clean certificate from the station, which I can table if he wants to.
Yes.
You want?
Please table. Please table.
So,
Yes, your next question, Leader.
The Honourable Minister must be aware of numerous complaints against buses on those three, operating on those three routes, that is 520 and 243, especially with regard to overspeeding. Can you inform the House of actions that are being envisaged to reduce overspeeding along those three routes?
Speaker, speeding is not the domain of my ministry. It's a domain of the police, because although Road Traffic Act is under my ministry, implementation of measures contained therein rests with the police. It's the owner of the police. But I can tell the Honourable Leader of the Opposition, like I explained just now, we are using technology. If a bus happens to overspeed, on the screen of the NLTA with the GPS, we could detect if the bus is overspeeding. It does happen sometimes, but buses try to overtake their counterparts so as to catch passenger or the next bus stop. It does happen. This is a phenomenon that not only happens on this route, but island-wide. That is why we are coming with bold measures to address this issue, which is a road safety concern.
Yes, Leader of the Opposition.
May I ask the Honourable Minister whether he is aware that the licensee for that bus has been called several times by the National Land Transport Authority and has been found to be not a fit and proper person to hold a license?
Does your question pertain to Perle Logistics Limited or Perle de la Savanne Limited? Perle Logistics Limited? No. My officers are telling me that no formal complaints have been lodged against the company.
Because your original leader of the opposition,
Yes.
remember your original question was not,
With regard to Perle de la Savanne, can the minister confirm to the House whether complaints have been made for non-payment of fees to its respective cooperative, that is the Quatre Bornes Bus Cooperative Society?
Minister, just reply.
Madam Speaker, I've explained at length to the Honourable Leader of Opposition that the subject of his question relating to that accident does not pertain to Perle de la Savanne Limited, but instead Perle Logistics Limited, which is a totally different entity. So how does he expect me to have information on Perle de la Savanne?
Why I expect that, Honourable Minister? Can you confirm whether when you met captain of the bus industries 5 days ago, they made representations to you with regard to a sum of 350,000 rupees owed by Perle de la Savanne, and whether he's aware that complaints have also been filed at the NLTA against the same company?
Okay, Madam Speaker,
let the minister reply, please.
it would appear that
He's
the
doing
Honourable...
very well. Yes.
It would appear that the Honourable Leader of the Opposition has a fixation on Perle de la Savanne, which is totally wrong because this is not the subject of your question. But I will reply to you. My officers, all the officers are here. I don't recall anyone standing up and making a complaint formally against Perle de la Savanne during that said meeting. Otherwise, I would have recalled because I answered all the questions myself.
One more question? Yes.
Yeah, may I ask the Honourable Minister whether he will consider starting an inquiry on this company and proceed to a full assessment of their vehicles and staff so as not to endanger the lives of innocent passengers?
You mean of Perle de la Savanne? Both companies.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay, Madam, as regards Perle Logistics Limited, there is a police inquiry on the accident which we are awaited, like I've said extensively during the reply. As regards Perle de la Savanne, he's targeting someone in the house, we all know. There has been a court ruling on this company, and this court ruling allowed the company to go back on the road. So what am I going to do?
The Honourable Minister gave assurance to the House that there will be no cover-up with regard to any inquiry regarding those two companies. Can you confirm again what he just stated?
I concluded by saying this. Let me tell.
Let the minister speak, please. Yes, Minister.
Yeah, let me tell the Honourable Leader of the Opposition. I did take the undertaking earlier. The subject matter that the Prime Minister talks to me more often in my ministry is regards to road safety. So we are leaving no stones unturned, Madam, to enhance road safety in Mauritius. And the Cabinet decision of last Friday, only after 8 months, approving that we give drafting instruction to the Attorney General to come forward with legislation on penalty point system with more than 30 offences. I think now it's about 34. Bears testimony as compared to 21 before, bears testimony to our commitment to road safety.
The question, one moment. Question was about cover-up. You just answer that question.
Madam, it is
Yes.
in my substantive reply.
Yeah, I
no
know.
cover-up will be.
Yeah, if there is cover-up, you'll come back with another question.
That was my question, Madam Speaker. I've got a last question. Can the Honourable Minister inform the House how will his ministry remedy to the lack of buses in the western region of the country, particularly from Beach Cup?
Madam, over the last 10 years, this land transport sector has been totally neglected.
Exactly.
Totally neglected.
Okay.
Now we are doing our level best, including starting with a holistic survey by the NLTA. And in a few days' time, the Prime Minister and myself, we will be inaugurating 100 buses, which is given to us by Government of India, electric buses. This will be very useful in trying to address the problem island-wide. Thank you.
Thank you.